In my hand is my child support check that I have been waiting on for 6 months. This has some issues with child support being paid by one of my kids' dads. He is a great dad. I mean, it's just issues with child support. The state is really... And anyways, we have to wait for him to get it garnished from refund, and I have waited patiently. So let's open it and see how much it's for. You guys are never gonna believe this. I am so excited. I was hoping it was this much because I'm pretty sure it was, and that's what I got.
That's another 10 grand in child support payments.
So, can pay some bills. Yeah.
Now, whichever of you dudes that are still out there knocking up women, notice that she said that this is one of her baby fathers that owed back child support. This was a $10,000 check. If you guys are still doing this by 2024, bro, you deserve it. This is why dudes are getting their passport. This is why dudes are not like really taking women serious. And I'm hoping that this is the last round of guys making these terrible decisions in this country where the laws are against you when it comes to having a child with a woman, having a marriage with a woman, or, you know, cohabitating with a woman, because in some states there's laws for cohabitation, and if you guys leave and she takes it to court in some states, she's entitled to something. I don't know if it's monetary compensation, but it's something. It's their cohabitation laws. This is a huge L, guys, a huge L, and all she has just proven that she is just, you know, a body collector, just collecting children, collecting bodies, and collecting money from these guys that got her knocked up. Absolutely ridiculous. It could never be me.
I'll never forget, this man asked me why I don't cook for him every night.
Get back in the kitchen.
Am I the asshole because I won't cook for my husband?
Yes. Yes.
I don't feel like I have to cook for you. For what? Cook for your damn self. He got legs and feet. Get your up and put your foot. It's so bad, but I don't.
This is the exact reason why she's single and dudes send her packing after 2 a.m. when they're done pounding the guts, and they just send her off, because this "I don't need you, you don't need me" attitude is exactly why dudes are getting passports as we speak.
And I told him, I said, you know, every time people get into this topic about cleaning, cooking, it's an impoverished mindset, because I'm working, so I ain't got to do either. So if your plan is to date a woman so that you can make her a maid, it makes you an impoverished man. Period.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb?
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
No, you dingbat. The reason why the man wants you to cook and clean, for number one, that's your duty as a nurturer, and number two, he's trying to figure out if you're going to be suitable to have his children. See, women don't understand when men are vetting you, men are putting you in relationships and testing you in our way. We're testing to see if you're going to be good to our children, if you're good for long term. So you're pretty much on a job interview. That's what getting a relationship and a commitment from a man is. But these women are so self-centered. They're so solipsistic. They're so narcissistic. They only think about themselves, that they forget what the purpose is that men want them for. They want them to bear children and be nurturers. But for some reason, they want to act like they got a wiener like us, and they want to act like men, and they want to act tough but look like, you know, Serena Williams. But the problem is, this is why nobody takes you guys serious, because you're listening to women like this.
Don't cook and clean for no man, baby. You ain't ever gonna get no ring. You better get your money from him, save yours, make him pay all the bills. Do not go 50-50.
I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to clean for you.
Like I always used to say, and I'll still say it, and it's still standing the test of time. Women are more impressionable than men are, and they're easier to manipulate, and they are manipulative. So you have people giving out dog crap advice like Sprinkle Lady, which is by herself, lonely, with plants and fish tanks in her house, just making videos, trying to derail women, send propaganda through their brain, and then those women, being impressionable as they are, they're going ahead and they're taking this advice and applying it. They're getting no results. And that's the thing. Women are literally taught nowadays. This is why guys are flying away to and not dealing with them seriously. I'm not going to do anything for you as the man. I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to clean. I'm not going to nurture. I'm going to do what I want to do, but I expect you to do all the traditional masculine things, like take care of me, be the man, protect me, all of these things. and I can just run wild with this personality, with this mindset, and everything should be fine. Not gonna happen. That's why these women that are making these videos are more single than a dollar bill, and they're faker than a $3 bill. So this is why guys are getting their passport. This is proof right here. The madness, the sickness that these women are under, the spell. And it says in the Bible, good shall be looked at as evil and evil is good. And this is exactly what's happening right now. And you have all of these other fake YouTuber females that don't understand male nature, don't even understand their own nature, and are fighting because they are jealous of the man, of his role, of his masculinity, and that there's an uprising of it like it used to be. And they're trying to twist, turn, and fracture any woman's brain as possible, so that they can go on the road to destruction. It's a ladder. Women who climb that ladder to try to succeed, there's always going to be a woman at the bottom who fell off of that ladder, who did things incorrectly to try to slowly climb up that ladder and pull the other women down off the ladder. You get what I'm saying? That's why single friends keep women single, because they want them to be at the bottom of the barrel with them. And women that are in happy relationships and good relationships, when they get around women that aren't in relationships, they use their impressioning and they put their impression on those women, and those women start thinking, I shouldn't be cooking, I shouldn't be cleaning, I shouldn't be a wife, I shouldn't be a woman, I should be doing exactly what these other women are telling me to do. These women have all these groupthink type personalities. Women are they're like sheep. That's the thing. They follow. They are followers. Men are leaders, women are followers. But this is a prime example why over 50% of women, I say 60% of women will be single and childless by the year 2030, which is said in an article that I read a long time ago that I posted last year. But I'm thinking it's going to come earlier than that. I keep saying that. I think by 2027 or 2028, there's going to be triple. There's going to be more women single because they outprice themselves at the dating market, meaning they make too much money, so they want a man to make enough money at their level or above, because women only date at their level or higher up social economic ladders. They only date higher, and those guys don't want to deal with the woman's baggage. They don't want to deal with those attitudes because they make money. Because when men make money, we think about children, family, and taking care of a woman. When a woman makes money, what does she become? Independent. Independent of what? Independent of men. So that attitude carries over into relationships. So these women want things, but they don't do things that makes them want to need the man. So they just want the man. But anyway, man, let's continue on, man. This is madness.
Facts. Passport bros with no money. They don't even have money over here.
Ivan, how do you know? I just know.
So of course they'll never be able to afford a dowry, no matter the currency exchange rate.
Ignorance is bliss.
In those other countries, they're just all talk. Passport bros.
Shut up, bitch.
First of all, her caption said that, they're just a bunch of men who dislike their mothers. I love my mom, and most men do love their mom, but women like you're nothing like our mothers. Our mothers come from a different generation, mostly two-parent households, and there is no way in hell that they're going to end up like you. So while you sit in here and say passport bros are all talk, they can't even afford us here, how they going to afford a dowry? That's assuming that men just want to go to places that offer those things. There's a lot more men going to Southeast Asia than any place that's talking about a dowry, and that is typically an African country, right? Anywhere in the African continent, excuse me. But this woman makes no sense. Why you sit alone again in your car, make videos about men because you're jealous of men, because men have options, and you have to cry yourself to sleep and use your vibrator and your bullet before you close your eyes and get some shut eye for the night. And your brain continues to run over and over, and you may have dreams of being with a man, and when you wake up, it's not reality, and you're sleeping next to a cat. So you're sleeping next to Garfield, and you're not getting any work done, and you're just becoming more and more bitter and jaded. Women over 25 years old, after 25, a lot of men stop checking for you, and a lot of men start flying and going overseas. And who cares about the currency exchange rate with the country that you were referring to that has a dowry? Nobody gives a shit about that. Men are going to Colombia, men are going to Venezuela, men are going to Southeast Asia, the Philippines, men are going to other places. Man, there's so many other countries. Some dudes are even going to Eastern Europe, and they're having more success and they're having more dates than you've ever had in your lifetime. So what are you talking about? You're sitting in here and you have all these quorums about men, and you're responding to other women that are in the same situation as you, which is lonely, childless, manless, and bored out of your mind, working a job you don't want to work, having not being able to fix your face, having an attitude about men just because men have more options. So whatever makes you feel good at night, men are still going to be flying out. You're still going to see more videos if you're on TikTok about dudes that are passport bros. You're still going to be getting creamed in the dating market by those women, and men are going to be saving their money. That's the thing. Women like you, oh, you can't even afford us. You are the ones that are negative $140,000. You know what I'm saying? You guys are net negative in this country of the United States. Men only make 20% of buyer decisions, and just in general in the United States. Men, we are better with money. We are smarter with money. We are more reasonable when it comes to money, and we understand a deal. We understand the art of the deal. Shout out to Donald Trump. And we understand that our money can stretch further if we go elsewhere. So why in the hell will we pay top dollar for low quality, ran through women who want to be men, who turn us off and don't check off all of our boxes? Why should we settle? You don't settle, right, Queen? You don't settle. So the only difference is between you settling and me. You're settling with plants, cats, dogs, and a Jackhammer 3000 to put you to sleep, and you wake up next to your animals. And men are not settling by dating you and spending top dollar for something. We want new pairs of shoes. We want better chicks. We want chicks that give us better experiences. We want our boxes checked off. So we're not settling for you, the scraps. We are actually going overseas. And the thing is, men can say, well, those women over there, they might be ran through, but guys, you guys have to understand. There's a woman turning 21, 22, 23 every single day that's probably only been with one man or only dated one or two men, and they're gonna give you a better experience in general. Instead, you can deal with the chicks here that are wearing bonnets, don't have their real hair on, looking absolutely ridiculous, looking manly in the face, have no respect for men, won't cook, won't clean, won't do things, won't submit for things that men want. They won't give them that. And they want us to pay top dollar for that. You're going to get a better experience over there. You're going to get a woman with long hair, a woman that's not wearing a bonnet, a woman that has a good banging body, nicer to you, sweeter to you, more submissive to you, if you understand game, if you have your money right, and you don't even need that much damn money. And you don't have to bring them back here to hell with Satan and his demons, aka a woman like this. So guys, this is why we're laughing at you women. This is why we're laughing at women like this on the screen. Because they're ridiculous. They're completely dried out of the dating market and dry down there. And, they're going to be so dry, they're going to start probably growing, a phallus, a male phallus. And they're really going to start thinking more and more like men, or thinking that they are men. So we don't care. Just like my comments say, why do they still care? You know why they still care? Because women's whole existence, everywhere universally, their whole existence, it matters only if they get a man. Their existence, the reason that they're here, they came out of our rib. God created them for us, and their whole lives revolve around us, whether they like it or not. Think about it. These women that have these nice jobs and stuff, and these women that are getting paid to say, oh, I got my own money. Who gave them that money? What companies that they work for, who are they ran by? Men. So men are giving them their opportunities. Men are paying them. They're in the system that is run, an infrastructure that is created and ran by men. So their whole life, whether they like it or not, revolves around us. So guys, get your passport and go deal with better women over there. I'm telling you, your experiences, they're gonna be way better than dudes that are low value, that have scarcity mindsets, that think they have to settle and deal with women like this. You don't. You don't have to deal with anything you don't want to deal with, because you're a man. And you control the destiny of what they want. And that is commitment, that is a child, and that is probably marriage too, but on your terms. The woman has to ask for the relationship. The woman is the one that has to prove herself worthy of you giving her something more than some D. That's just how it's always been. And there's a lot of guys that are settling. And I say, stop settling for this and try a woman overseas. Just see the experience. Just try it, bro. You're going to win. This is why guys are flying out now.
Okay. So I was going to stitch somebody who stitched somebody else about passport bros. And I just gotta say this. It was a guy stitching a lady. The woman said, we don't want y'all no way. And, y'all ugly, y'all dumb, or whatever she said. I ain't gonna put words in her mouth, but she was basically like clowning them. Basically saying, we don't want y'all no way. Y'all ain't the kind of guys we're that anyway. Okay? Now I'm puzzled. If you wouldn't date him anyway, I don't care. Like, if I'm not gonna date a certain, I don't even but if I ain't gonna date a certain race of man or a certain height or a certain body type, why would I care if somebody else date him? That is puzzling. So it sounds like your butt hurt, right? It sounds like you really are mad, or you feel like they betrayed you or something to make that comment to say, we don't want you no way.
Facts.
Why make a whole video about, like, why would I make a video about all the guys I wouldn't date? This seems weird. But the guy was basically saying, we ain't have a problem with y'all when the whole Stella got a groove back. We didn't say passport women and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I do hear men bashing black women for dating outside the race, but that's not what my reel is about right now. I'm basically saying you can't get mad. Well, you can, because they do, but you shouldn't. It's ridiculous to me to get mad about, mad about that, right? Ladies, if y'all say, go on over there to another country, I'm not going to change my attitude. I'm not about to do this and that. I'm not going to do this and that for you. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to be submissive. I'm not going to give you what you want. Cool. You should be glad that he's going somewhere else. Unless the only time I can see you having a problem with that is if you know that the stuff that you're not doing is maybe the stuff that you should be doing, and then you could get that type of guy. That's the only thing I can think of, because you should not be bothered. People always make posts about stuff that they don't hear about. Like, what's the logic in that? But anyway, I just want to comment on passport bros. I don't see a problem with it. I think everybody deserves to be loved. I think if a guy has tried dating inside his race for years, from his 20s to his 50s or 30s to his 60s or whatever, and he ain't had no luck, and he's like, I think I'm gonna switch it up. To the sisters, if you want to do that, I don't see nothing wrong with it, but I just think it's amazing to be like, wait, I ain't want to date you no way. I don't make a whole post about, I don't want to date you. Really?
Seriously, shout out to this woman in this clip. She nailed it right on the head. If you can't give a man what he wants, and you want to be combative, you want to fight him and do all this other garbage, why do you expect a man to just deal with you? He's going to get his passport. And this is the problem with women right here. She's absolutely right. They complain about stuff that's out of their control. They complain about guys that, they can't get, or supposedly they're not interested in. They're dusties. We don't want them. They're ugly. They talk crap. They throw stones and they run away. They do it every single time because they don't like it, because their life sucks. They're getting creamed, as I said previously, in the dating market, and their life sucks, and it shows. But yeah, she was spot on about this. This is why dudes are leaving. This is why dudes, even older guys, are leaving. They're like, you know what? I'm done with these chicks. I'm out. Wait for me, man. Let me renew my passport. Let me dust off my passport. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come out there with y'all. Wait for me. I'm tired of this nonsense too. I'm out. Younger guys, middle-aged men, older men, if you most likely have your passport. If you don't have your passport, I'm expecting younger men not to have their passport and not be well-traveled. Get it. Stop dating. Stop knocking up women in the United States. Stop doing this. The laws, they're not for you. They're against you. They're totally against you. And you're not going to get what you want. You're signing up, pretty much to go on a suicide mission. You're signing up, to go ahead and just get yourself blown up. Don't do it, guys. Go overseas. Go deal with those women. Try it out. See if you like the experience. You control the dating market. You control if you want to get with these women or not, because the thing is, there's more beautiful women, let's just say in the United States, than there are men that those women want. There are less men that women actually want. So they're fighting for those small percentage of guys within the top 10%, an echelon of men that are in the United States. They're fighting for them and they're sharing them. So if you could get up to that level and, not take any of them serious, just laying down the hammer on all of them and giving them no commitment, Or you could say, well, I'll do that while I'm here. I'll get my money up. I'll get my game up. I'll become a certain percentage of man. I'll understand how women operate, and I'll operate the way, that works more effectively. And then I'll go overseas and take those women serious. You could do that, or you could just go overseas. Because there's men that come in my comment section. They're like, dude, I haven't been messing with chicks in the United States since the 90s, since the 80s. Guys that have been strictly dealing with women overseas since the 80s, guys. Like 40 years ago, they stopped dealing with them because they seen what all this feminism, all this propaganda, all this I am woman, hear me roar, I'm equal to a man, he can't tell me nothing, I'm independent, I don't need to cook, I don't need to clean, the man better do this for me. They saw this coming a mile away. Even those guys from the 80s, that dudes that are like in their 60s right now, they were like, bro, I've been stopped dealing with these women, bro. So the time is now. Like I said before in previous videos, this is our year. Shout out to her. She made a great point. You know what I'm saying? These women act like children, so we're going to treat them like children. We're going to put them in the corner, you know what I'm saying, in a way, and we're going to put them in the corner and teach them a lesson by flying out. All they can do is kick and scream in the corner, get mad, cry, wail, say, I don't want to listen, and whatever. They're going to stay in that corner until they realize what the hell happens. And by the time they get out that corner, they're going to be 45, hitting menopause, and men aren't going to find them attractive. A lot of men don't already find them attractive. A lot of men would rather just, put a bag on their head, have sex with them, and get ghost. And I'm being completely honest. If you hook guys up to a lie detector test and they knew a woman's personality, they saw clips of her, they heard how she spoke about men, they're like, well, I probably hit it, but I'm not even going to deal with her. Because most men are not going to settle for that, because we're repulsed by that. Because you're trying to be like us. We don't like dudes. We're not gay. We're not into you trying to be like us. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's weird. So we'll go deal with actual feminine women overseas. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Make sure you guys like the video, sub to the channel with post notifications on, because I'm pretty much trying to post every single day. I was off yesterday. I was out of town, but I'm back. I will get back up to cooking this content that you guys love. Mastodons, hyenas, shamus, and dependopotamuses down. Bounty villains up. Let's get it. Let's go. We on the road to 40K. I'm going to see you guys all in the next video. Get your passport. I'm out of here. Peace.